The race to who is going to have the first certified and authorized commercial eVTOL air taxi service is heading into an exciting phase. Leading players including Volocopter, Autoflight, Archer, and Joby Aviation have all identified their commercial service launch targets. Volocopter has its eyes on Paris for the early third quarter of 2024. Autoflight is setting itself up for the Guangdong region in China for the early part of 2026. Meanwhile, Archer has a preliminary deal with Abu Dhabi for launching services in the same year, and Joby Aviation has also made a definite agreement with the Roads and Transport Authority in Dubai to begin providing services by the early part of 2026. We're already seeing demonstration flights across different cities in the world, but what's pending is a range of certification and authorization procedures that would ultimately open these eVTOLs out into commercial service. Prior to the start of any revenue-generating commercial flights, the original equipment manufacturers must go through 4 distinct phases for entry into service. These include first flight of aircraft with all the conforming parts, type inspection authorization process, type certification, and the authorization to start revenue-generating commercial operations. According to a recent article in the Aviation Week, based on industry trends, the period from the first flight of aircraft with all the conforming parts to the authorization to start revenue-generating commercial operations generally spans between 19 months to 36 months. What we have witnessed so far from the original equipment manufacturers have all been pre-production flights. These development flights are not entirely conformant to all the prescribed standards. So the first fully conformant flight from any of the leading original equipment manufacturers is still pending. Having said that, the first conforming flights from original equipment manufacturers are expected soon. And if we draw an assumption that the first conforming flights are to happen in June of 2024, then considering the previously noted estimates, the first revenue flights can subsequently be expected between January 2026 and June 2027. So Paris 2024 is certainly not happening in the sense of certified and authorized commercial flights. What we may see at the Paris Olympics will perhaps be another set of demonstration flights, and between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, Dubai sounds more definitive in becoming the first with Joby Aviation. Meanwhile, Guangdong and China cannot be underestimated. Either way, 2026 is still a tricky bet because it accounts from the best case and not from the baseline estimates for sequential entry into service. In the end, we might see special regulatory authorization concessions from any of the competing host regions to facilitate the flight of the first within the year 2026. Let's see how it goes.